Hi there, my name is Casey. I hope you're having a great day today. Today on the Man Cave, we're going to put a Duesenberg Les Trem II tremolo unit on this Yamaha SA2200 Semihollow. All right, thanks for stopping by and welcome to my channel. So if you're watching this video, you're probably interested in putting a tremolo unit on your semi-hollow style guitar, and you don't want to drill any holes in your guitar. And I'm the same way. I don't want to drill any holes in my guitar. I might not like the tremolo. I might want to take it off later. Who knows? Or I might want to sell it, and the buyer may not want a tremolo unit on it. There's a lot of reasons why you don't want to drill on your guitar. And if you have to take it to a tech, it's going to cost a lot too. So I started looking for some units myself that would fit on an SA2200, and it's about the same question if you're talking about like Ibanez semi-hollow guitars or other non-Gibson semi-hollow guitars. And the most popular system that you'll find out there is the Vibramate system. So the Vibramate system, they make a bunch of these adapters that you can put a Bigsby tremolo unit onto and fix it to your guitar without drilling holes in your guitar. And they're really cool. Unfortunately, they focus those systems mainly on American-made guitars, and so in particular the Yamaha SA2200, they only really had one option for that, and it was an adapter that would allow you to put a Bigsby V5 style unit, which is the kind you might see on a Telecaster. It sits right on top. It's sort of a horseshoe shaped thing. It's kind of bulky. I didn't really like the look of it, so I took a pass on the Vibramate system for this particular guitar. And then I looked around a little bit more and I found the Towner vibrato system. So kind of like the Vibramate, it takes a standard Bigsby unit, and the one that would fit on my guitar, the SA2200, is a Bigsby B5. And it allows you to affix the B5 to the guitar without drilling holes using a bar that you insert where the tailpiece goes, and the strings go under this bar and then over the bridge. And just the tension of the strings and the strap lock hold the Bigsby unit in place. That's it. So you don't have to drill any new holes. Just use the screw hole where you already have the strap lock, and you're good to go. That system looked really cool, and I like the way that B6 vibrato looks on a semi-hollow guitar a lot better than the one that you would put on like on a Telecaster. And I almost bought it. Here's a picture of what it looks like on a semi-hollow here, and also here's a picture showing you, you know, what it looks like when you're going to order it. But in any event, I almost ordered it, and I thought, well, I'll take one last look and see what else is out there. Then I found this. I found the Duesenberg Les Trem II. And it immediately appealed to me because, one, it's a lot smaller than a traditional Bigsby unit. It's the simplest out of all these to install. They're all pretty easy to install though, but the Les Trem is easiest to install, I think. And it's the cheapest by far. You can get these Duesenberg Les Trems cost about $100, give or take. If you want the gold, you pay a little bit more. If you want like the nickel or sort of chromium, it's going to be a little cheaper. It's lighter weight. I mean, those Bigsby units are kind of bulky, and my SA2200 is already kind of a heavy guitar anyway. So I wanted something a little lighter. So yeah, I think this is going to work great. And so why don't we get the guitar up on the workbench and see how easy it is to put this thing on, and then after that we'll play it a little bit and see how it sounds. All right, as you can see, we have the Yamaha SA2200 here on the workbench, and over here are all the things that come in the Duesenberg Les Trem II box. It comes in a nice padded box here. So the main piece here is the tremolo unit, and of course it comes with the tremolo bar. It comes with two sets of screws that go into the posts of the body of the guitar. There's imperial and metric, and there's 4 washers to serve as spacers between the Les Trem unit and the body of the guitar. And there's a couple of Allen tools for making adjustments on the trim unit as needed. So I got this Les Trem unit on Reverb. I could only find units available at a good price in Europe, so I ordered this one from France. I received it within a week. I think I paid about $100, but with tax and shipping, it was about $130. And the gold-plated one cost a little bit more. If you just want the sort of chrome or nickel-colored one, it's, I don't know, maybe 20 or 30 bucks less. So considerably less expensive than a Bigsby unit. And from what I can tell, it should do about the same thing. And it's really easy to install. You don't have to drill any holes or anything in your guitar. It pretty much just goes right on top of the bridge, like where the tailpiece goes. You take the old tailpiece off and put this in its place, like so. So it should be a piece of cake to install. I think while I'm installing this trim unit, I'm going to clean up my guitar as well. So I'll just get that going now. First step, loosen the strings and then cut the old strings off. And then after taking the strings off, you want to remove the posts that hold the tailpiece in place. This is a good time to clean the guitar while the strings are off, so I think I'll do that next. The instructions are really straightforward. Take the strings off and the stop tailpiece, remove the original bolts. Okay, step 1 done. And then the next thing, after I clean it up, it says screw the tremolo bolts, M8 or US threads, into the screw collars and test if they fit. Then remove them. So I'm not sure which of these are the US and which are the metric, but I think it's the ones with the finer threads on it, but we'll see. The fretboard was pretty gunky, so I'm going to let that F1 oil soak in for a few minutes, and then I'll clean it off. Okay, before you put the Les Trem on, you want to make sure that you have enough washers in there so that this flat part is setting above the body of the guitar, so it's not causing a contact point with the wood of the guitar. In my case, just one washer seemed enough, but you can add, it comes with 2 sets of washers, so you can raise it up a bit more if need be. Okay, so let's put this baby on. After you've screwed in the trim unit, you can put in the arm. It wants you to leave about a centimeter. After you push it through the hole, it should have about a centimeter to a half a centimeter sticking out the back end. Okay, that's it. Now I just need to put some strings on it and we'll be good to go. Almost forgot. So I've got this lubricant for the nut and for the, you can put a little dab on the bridge there. Helps the strings slide through the nut and over the bridge. So I'll give that a little. So this is the product I bought. I usually just put a little, get a pencil and just use a little graphite from the pencil, but I thought I'd try something different this time. So this is some D'Addario friction remover. And it comes with this little syringe, and then it also comes with a couple of small kind of like Q-tips to work the lubricant into the slots. So let's give this a whirl. All right, so there we have it. Les Trem II is installed. It really was quite easy. And I've got it strung up, so now let's see how it plays. Okay, just want to share some final thoughts with you on the Duesenberg Les Trem II. I really like it. I really like the tension that I feel in the spring of it. You know, it has a good feel to it. I like the way that the whammy bar stays put whenever you let go. You know, the arm stays where you leave it, so it has a little bit of resistance to spinning around, which is good. And it sounded great to me. So the only thing that I'm concerned about isn't with the Les Trem, but with my bridge. I feel like the design of my bridge, which is this Goto GE103B bridge, just the design of it, it has these little wedge-shaped pieces that the strings go over, and those wedges are really sharp, and it tends to grab onto the strings. Even when you lubricate it, those wedges are sharp, and you know, there's just not much to lubricate there. It's just a sort of a pointy thing and so it tends to grab onto the grooves and the winding on the string. In fact, when I held the guitar up and sort of looked at what was happening when I was pulling the whammy bar down, you could sometimes see the bridge rock back and forth a little bit. So that affected the tuning stability, especially when I first put the strings on. After I played it in a little bit, that problem seemed to resolve itself. But I think what I'd like to do is get a roller bridge, something like this. I think that would give you the ultimate in tuning stability. And it makes sense for this kind of thing where you're moving the strings. You know, a string just doesn't want to move over the top of that sort of pointy bridge piece. So that's it. I really like it. I recommend it. Anyway, if you like this video, please click subscribe, and I'll try to get more things up like this in the future. Thanks for stopping by. Bye now.